What's up, YouTube? Stocks by the Numbers coming back to you again today here Monday. We're the 20th of March, and market's been closed for almost an hour, but as per request, I wanted to come back, keep my word, and relook at ToughBuilt Industries, ticker symbol TBLT on the NASDAQ here. This stock was about $2 about 8 weeks ago when we looked at it. We had earnings coming up here in the end of March, and I did say that after the massive reverse stock split that the company went through, that we should stay away, and it will most likely continue to sell off, and that's what we're seeing. Now, this company did post earnings as we go back here on the 15th, and as you see, much more profitable and came in about $8 million above what they were estimating. So the company brought in almost $30 million. That's for the period ending the end of last year, 2022. For the year, the company brought in like $95 million, I think. And again, last couple of quarters, very nice on the EPS side. And annually, you can see 2021, $70 million in revenue. Again, last year, 2022, now we're up to $95 million. So the company, again, market cap $13.8 million. But again, they just diluted shares and did a reverse stock split of 1 for 150. Where was it? Here it is. So 1 for 150 back almost 12 months ago. And as you can see, stock at the time, high teens, and of course sold off, had a bounce, kind of pulled back. This was the low here, like 170. It was kind of maintaining, and then these earnings came out, and they brought the stock another leg lower. Now, again, very good quarter for the company. And if you go back also, if you look at some of these recent news articles, here they announced the quarter and the full year results, if you want to check that out. But also, look, see, it says they expand the distribution deal going into South America. And I think it was Peru and somewhere else, I can't remember, my apologies. But, these articles are here. This is a TradingView. If you check out TBLT on TradingView, you can look at some of these articles. Here's an offer. But also here, look. Seed distribution agreement, one of Kazakhstan's largest equipment suppliers. And they talked, I might have missed it and went past it, but they expanded throughout. Here we go. See, available in 3 major retailers across Europe. So now they're in South America, they're in Europe, they're expanding their product line here in North America. Even people in the comments section, if you go back to my other ToughBuilt video, there were 1 or 2 people who mentioned using their products and seeing the displays out at like Lowe's and big box retailers like that. So the company is expanding, and people see your products more, so they're more inclined to buy them. They're more familiar with them. Plus, of course, word of mouth. Again, as a few people commented on the last ToughBuilt video that they like their products, they use their products, they work well. So this company, again, this is why I said in the short term, coming off of this reverse stock split and, with some wishy-washy, not really volatile, just, uncertain numbers coming in quarter over quarter, it was going to take some time before this company really found its bottom and then began to rally and show you where the revenue and the market cap became more in line. Because again, they did 95 million, whatever it was, for the year of 2022, and you can see here the company is showing a worth of 13.8 million. And I want to come back to this chart, but very quickly, if we look at the financials, I just want to show you here. Again, as you see, all of these profitability ratios, even though a lot of them are trending in the right direction here, like the operating margin and the EBITDA margin, still pretty negative and still weighing on the company. But it was the, here we go. If we look annually, you can see, like even now, the revenue they're showing for the year was, we'll call it 90 million for now. The cost of goods sold, 69 million. And you see the gross profit, 21.1 million. Right? But now the operating expenses to actually operate the business cost 73 million, and that's what this operating income figure is right here. That's where you take the gross profit and you subtract, what it costs to actually operate, and then you get your operating income. So as you see, that's why they're operating at a loss, at a negative. That's why they're continuing to beat this company up. So I know a lot of people may have seen the numbers come in and they say, oh, they estimated 21 million, they came in with 29.6. the stock should be skyrocketing. Yes and no, because again, not very profitable off of that 29.6 million. However, I will say, if you pull up the news articles, I think it was this one. As you see, all of these numbers are really up for the most part. And see, they show the losses compared to last year. See, losing about 7.16 a share compared to over 56 for the year of 2021. But I just remember, if you go back and look at the transcript, I don't remember exactly how I got to the transcript. Maybe it was this. Huh, that's funny. I have it open up here, and I'm acting like I don't know where I am. That's hilarious. But it was somewhere in here, right? And I don't want to drag this out, but see, look. See, 94.9 million for 2022, approximately 36 year over year. Fourth quarter revenue came in record 29.6, 20% increase same quarter year ago. So revenue is growing quarter over quarter, year over year. They talk about new product launches. As you see, currently be servicing in over 17,300 large and mid-sized stores and online. Here we go, right here. So they spoke about the cost of materials going up. I think it was the price of steel and plastic, polyethylene, something. They mentioned that. I read it, and of course I can't find it specifically right now for you. But it does say right here, look, to help combat logistics-related costs during the year, we successfully negotiated improved shipping rates, lowering the cost by roughly 70%. So this is what happens as the company grows, right? And any of you guys that do any, like online retailing or anything like that, if you ever sold any products, this is how the economics work when you deal with these larger stores and retail outlets, even if you're just selling online, not even in the store. What happens is, as the number of units goes up, the cost goes down, right? So that's a variable business model. So what happens is that the more you give them, the better of a rate they're going to do, and if they're turning over the product relatively quickly, then of course, one hand washes the other, so to speak. So you're taking care of them, they're going to take care of you, and that's why you have situations like this, where as the company grows and the popularity of the products increase, the costs are actually going to come down, and that's basically what Wall Street is waiting for. Because again, the reverse split. Definitely, trash move, but also at the end of the day, I guess you got to do what you got to do. But again, to be in a consistent downtrend after doing a 1-for-150 reverse stock split, it's justified. Again, going back to the other video, even regardless of any numbers that came in. Now, the next earnings are coming in the middle of May, and chances are it's probably going to be a beat, unless estimates for revenue are astronomically higher. But chances are the company is probably going to keep moving its product line along, increasing, the marketing and the popularity of its product. Word of mouth is going to spread, and chances are revenue will just continue to climb, in my opinion. The problem is we need to know where this bottom is, right? Because I know it may be tempted right here to buy on the dip after a positive earnings announcement, but again, remember, 1-for-150 reverse stock split, and I even mentioned in the last video, this thing could drop to like 50, 60 cents. So we really don't know how low it can go, and of course, when it dips below $1, the NASDAQ's going to give them a phone call and let them know about a potential delisting, but, I'm not much of a technical analysis guy, but I wanted to show you something, because if you come down here, let's just say this isn't the bottom, right, and we come like a little bit lower. Now again, this is, okay, we're going to start here at this big red candle, right? As you see down here, this was the day of the reverse stock split, right? Stay with me. So if we just draw some amateur trend lines here, right, we'll come to like that high over here. And now we'll come to this high down here. This is interesting now. This is really interesting, right? Because this is how the stock has performed since this reverse stock split. And obviously it was going to pull down. And you had a positive announcement on earnings. And as you see, look at that. Not only did it hit and reject off this fib here of $1.89, but it also rejected off of that top trend line that we drew from that high of the announcement of the reverse stock split, right? So as you see here, $20, now the stock's down to $1, okay? But it's right there at that random trend line that we drew. So if we allow for a little bit more of a sell-off here, and let's just say hypothetically, I just nailed this pattern without seeing the next couple of weeks of what this stock is going to do, right? If we come down here, you can see, look at the right side there, just below $1, 98 cents, 96 cents. So that's why, in my opinion, it may dip below $1 just for a little bit, but it will most likely rebound and stay in this descending wedge here, or this descending triangle, really, so to speak. So if you can get this for right around $1 or even a few cents below, I think, in my opinion, that may be the low. Even if we re-angle this, right, and come out like this, if we come down here, see, now we're at like 90 cents, 88, 89 cents. So that's why if this thing gets near or even below $1, in my opinion, I would be a buyer, because chances are it is most likely going to bounce and stay in this trend and get back to about $1 and change. And look, right near the apex is basically where this company posts earnings, right? So think about this. They're going to bring this down, in my opinion, to this bottom trend line, and they're going to bounce it around again back up to $1 and change, and they're just going to keep bouncing it around. But here, if this company narrows those losses and again comes in above analyst estimates for revenue, like they did this quarter here, coming in, 6, 7, 10 million above estimates. So 21.5 come in 29.6. So if they're estimating, let's just say they bump it up to like 35 million that they're estimating, and this company comes in at like 41.8 million, comes in with a nice beat like that, that is going to be the catalyst coming off not only the technical wedge here, or a descending triangle, if you will, whatever you want to call it, but also it's going to be undeniable, right? The company is now consistently growing its product line and its popularity. The revenue is seriously looking like it's going to increase. They're probably going to meet or beat analyst estimations for full year revenue. And I'm telling you, you can see a pop right here. So again, wait for it to get to about $1, sub-$1. In my opinion, I would be a buyer, even if it rides this bottom trend line here. See, like 83, 80 cents going into this earnings. I would be a buyer that whole time, because if you believe in the company based on, again, spreading out Kazakhstan and all across Europe, and now they're in South America, and they're growing here in North America. So chances are, if you're betting positively on the company, they're probably going to beat, and then you're going to see an explosion back up to like these fib levels, and then the stock is going to maintain and then begin to rally up to $3, $4, $5 over the next 6 to 12 months. So soon we may have a serious winner here, but again, 7.4% drop here, big reverse stock split. It will go down before it goes up, as I said in the last video, but excellent quarter. And I know people asked me to come back to it after earnings, so that's why I wanted to make this video quick. But keep an eye on ToughBuilt, because we may have a serious turnaround here, but I'll end it there. Once again, this is Stocks by the Numbers. Thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave it down in the comments section. I'm usually very quick to reply. Just like everyone on YouTube says, like the video, thumbs up, helps out my algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, means a lot. Love seeing that number just slowly climb. I'm not asking for 10 million subs overnight. That's why I love to see it climb. It really shows me that the time I'm putting in, you guys are appreciating. And obviously, no one's always going to be 100% correct when it comes to the stock market. But, if I'm right more than I'm wrong, or if I said a few things that helped you out or kept you more disciplined moving forward, that's why we're here. That's what it's all about. So thanks again for stopping by. I know it's volatile. I wish everyone success. I hope everyone makes a couple of dollars. I wish you well. Have a good day.